All right, so Dotloop, I've started talking about it a little bit. We're going to keep on going. So with Dotloop, listen, I told you a few minutes ago, we got holes in Dotloop. We know we've got holes in Dotloop. We have been band-aiding that ship. We've been band-aiding. That system was set up when we had very few agents, and we have quadrupled the number of agents, if not more, and we're doing probably 10 times that amount in volume, if not more. So Dotloop was a great system for what it was when it was set up. But because we're using it at such a heavy volume right now, it has shown us that there's a lot of holes in the program itself. I've been creating workarounds and smacking that Band-Aid and putting on some bandages, but we're still sieving and we're looking for a bigger boat. If you get the Jaws reference of you got to get a bigger boat. We're going to look at different systems. Right now, Dotloop is what it is, and it will be through the end of the year. Okay, so I'm going to say that right now. You may have a very different orientation in January, so stay tuned. If you go to the page for Dotloop, it gives you a login. You will get an email from Caber that says, "Welcome to Dotloop. Here's your credentials." You have to be on our business Dotloop and accept that invitation to be able to turn it in through our systems. If you just open up your free Dotloop, which you can, you will not have access to the business premium that we pay for you, nor will we be able to get it. So in many cases, when people say, "I've submitted my file and no one's reviewed it," and we go in to see if we can find it, we can't even find it because your Dotloop is not connected to our Dotloop. You went into a previous company's Dotloop, you opened up an old Dotloop account that maybe someone shared something with you, or you just did not accept the invitation and it took you to a whole different place. Well, you can have yours, it's free, you can use it all day long, but you have to link to our company for us to be able to see it and for us to be able to process it. All right, we talked about the buyer broker and the listing agreement and the ABA and the wire fraud. When you get your, hi, are you coming to join me? I'm Dotlooping.
I'll be nice.
You're going to be nice? You're going to come join me? I figured you were just going to, since I stuck you with it one day all by yourself, you were just going to leave me with it. I was fine with it.
I definitely considered it.
Did you?
I don't have a mic then.
It's right here.
Keep talking.
So Donnie, he's coming in to help.
Hi, I'm Donnie.
That's Donnie. I told him you'd be here at some point. You're going to get your buyer broker and your listing agreement signed right away, right? Law says first substantive conversation. You've got to have that buyer's agreement done. So once you do that, you're going to make sure when you set it up that it is ready for the broker's signature, which means you have to look down at the bottom and make sure that the broker can sign it. It can't say no one. It needs to have the broker's name and a link to their address. And then you need to share it with them. When you submit it for office review, that sends it up to our compliance team, but it doesn't let the broker see it. So you need to share for signatures with the buyer or the sellers. Now remember with Dotloop, lots of training here. Aaron's doing workshops that you can go to learn how to use it. It's super simple. They've got great tutorials. We've just got to make sure that you're sharing for broker signature on there so that they get it. The emails, by the way, for those brokers, we did not talk about this earlier, but this brings up a great point. On the left-hand side where it says agents and staff, and we looked at all the great staff members, there's a brokers tab on there as well. Those brokers have all of their contact information, emails and phone numbers that you can call for all of the questions. It actually indicates what jurisdiction they're in, and you can get their information off of there to be able to send it over for signature as well, right off of there. Use your office manager, as long as your office manager is a broker, or a manager that's on our broker page, then they can sign off on all of your listing agreements and buyer's agreements, and that doesn't load down Ernesto and Kara and Mike and Steve. They are, yes, our primary signers, but at the end of the day, all of our different broker managers in the company can also sign. We want to make sure we're spreading that out a little bit so that they're not getting 10,000 documents a day to try to sign off on.